Did you ever have that period in your life where you were lost? Where you couldn't make heads or tails of anything? You couldn't tell shit from shat? Because you were lost in the present and lost in the past. And the future was unclear. The future was unknown. The future was murky at best. Today, I am also lost. I'm just going to be straight up about it. People have a lot of intellectual pride about being right, about being found, about knowing it all. I don't have that. I kind of make a living out of being lost, in the sense that I'm in perpetual terra incognita. I have no idea what's coming next. And when I say I make a living at it, it's not really true. I'm not getting any money at it for it. I just kind of look at it as my career, and then maybe someday I'll make some money at it. So I don't know, though, right? I don't even know that. So anyways, I don't know. Like, I don't know at all. And I suspect that you're very uncomfortable with that. You feel a sense of revulsion the minute I say I don't know. Because you know. I know you know. If there's one thing I know, it's that you know. And I don't mean just anything in particular, this or that piece of information or fact or knowledge or whatever. You just know. That's clear. I'm cool with that. I don't know why you know, but you know, and that's good enough for me. Anyways, I am here in New York, in the city, and doing a little experiment here. People are walking by, and I just kind of reach out to them and ask them for directions. Now, it's not necessarily physical directions, although that's part of the deal. It's really spiritual directions. I want people to give me spiritual directions. Hold on, ma'am. Hi. It's not going so great. People just tend to kind of walk on by. You gotta scope out the people that seem like they're going to be receptive to inquiry. Hello, sir. So yeah, I've been doing this, and lots of people are passing me by. Probably hundreds, if not thousands, of people. Excuse me, can I? That one was already. You could probably tell that one was probably a little bit farther away. A lot of people are in a hurry. No one makes eye contact with me. I sort of kind of wonder if that's what it means to know. Like you know that someone like me is unimportant or unworthy of your attention, and that's what you know, so you keep on going. I knew that she wouldn't talk to me, but she's really hot. Hi, sir. A lot of people in ties and long overcoats, trench coats that... Excuse me. Hi. I was looking for directions. I am looking for directions. No, I don't... Can you tell me where Times Square is? Okay, thank you. See, it's really easy. If you throw the right hook out and pull in the right fish, it's all good. But I really want spiritual direction. I want somebody who can show me the way. Because although I like the cloud of unknowing, the kind of amorphous sense of everything is possible, I also want a certain direction in my life. And like it's got some kind of purpose. Hi. Hello. How are you? See, it's just nice people. And I don't know. I really don't know. And there's a part of me that's really comfortable with not knowing. It's always tempting to know that I don't know. And then I get confused. I kind of cancel the not knowing part because I know that I don't know. And then I want to write a book about knowing that I don't know. Like Socrates said, he knew that he didn't know. But what if you didn't know that you didn't know? What would that be like? Hi. Hey, can I speak with you for a second? Sometimes I think people judge me for my appearance. Like longer hair, little facial, scruff. This is my secret weapon when I feel like people are judging me. I put this on, people start talking to me. Evidently the hair throws them off. Do you feel like you know? Like you know in that big sense, K? Capital K-N-O-W? Like you really just know? You know what I mean? Like you kind of, in a sense, you know the big answers to the big questions and that's done for you, and so you have no problem like studying French or something. I remember when I was in my early 20s and I was studying French. Well, I was supposed to be studying French up in Quebec. Gotta look at the house. With my older brother. And he is a polyglot. He loves languages. So he was there studying French, and I was in the middle of an existential crisis. And instead of studying French, which I had already studied for years, I was in my room there, it was a college dorm room, reading the complete works of Nietzsche. Because I didn't have the answers. So I couldn't study French. Like, when you are so obsessed with knowing the answer, capital K for no, capital A for answer, you can't study French. You really can't do much of anything. I mean, if you're that obsessed. Like, I was so obsessed in college that I was reading philosophy on the weekends, late at night, Friday, Saturday night. Schopenhauer, I remember reading the fourfold root of the principle of sufficient reason on a Friday night because I really just wanted to know so badly the answer. And now I'm out here in New York on the sidewalk just trying to see if anybody else out here knows, if anybody else wants to give me spiritual direction. I'm a little scared to actually talk to somebody about spiritual direction. I mean, of course, they have a context for understanding if I want to go to Times Square, or if I want to go to the Empire State Building, or the Chrysler Building, or World Trade Center 1, or the Brooklyn Bridge, or Harlem, or the East Side, or the West Side, you know, whatever. Battery Park. All these special places. What's that place? Radio City Music Hall, things like that. But I asked them for spiritual direction. Hey, what should I do with my life? What is the meaning of my life? What is the meaning of meaning? Does meaning have meaning, or is it just an artifice of the human mind? And if it's just an artifice of the human mind, why does that mean it's not absolute, not objective, not utterly, totally compelling? What's the relationship between objective and subjective? Do they really interpenetrate non-dually? It's strange because I'm looking for direction, but I can probably guess that. I can definitely guess that. Even though I don't have any spiritual direction and I really don't know anything, I'm probably less lost than every single person who walks by me who happens to know. How could I be less lost if I don't know than the people who do know? What does it mean to know? I mean, these hundreds of people surely know where they're going. I know that when I'm not standing here talking to you, I know where I'm going. I'm always going somewhere. I just know it. But as for spiritual direction, hi, could you give me some spiritual direction, please? It doesn't work. People don't even hear me. They don't even look my... Hi, spiritual direction. I would like... New York City is probably full of very anti-spiritual people. I get it. Lots of atheists here. Although some people regard atheism as a higher form of spirituality than fundamentalist religion. Though I've met quite a few fundamentalist atheists in my day. I used to be one. Yeah, people walking around with their briefcases and high heels. Oh, yeah, nice skirts and nylons. Cool boots. That's the thing about New York. They had all sorts of styles. Do you remember when you first started trying to piece together the meaning of it all? When you started to take in information from everywhere? Knowledge, facts, theories, philosophies, spiritual perspectives. You just got overwhelmed. I remember when I first started studying Buddhism, I was kind of overwhelmed by Tibetan Buddhism's diversity. The abundance of views just within the worldview of Tibetan Buddhism. And then I moved towards Zen Buddhism because of its simplicity. Now I'm here in New York. All these buildings. The buildings themselves can be overwhelming. All the windows, people inside. I remember when I was just crushed by the infinitude of everything. I wanted to have an answer for every single aspect of reality. And I couldn't, because my brain was simply not powerful enough. No brain is. I don't even care if it's HAL 9000 or Deep Blue or some synthetic artificial intelligence in the future. I would think about people in these buildings sitting down at the desk. And I would be like, what's the meaning of that? All these people. All these human beings. And then I became aware of a kind of quaint scenario. I was the one who was creating all of this need for meaning. I was the one creating this need for answers. But then I went even deeper than that. Said, who am I? If I'm the one creating this need for meaning, the one creating this need for answers, what is that? Why so anomalous? I said to myself. Am I just an anomaly? Going around trying to find meaning? Capital N meaning? Cosmic meaning? The answer? The answers? I've been an aberration my entire life. Trying to piece together the great jigsaw puzzle of the universe. All these people in the buildings, people walking by. Hey, can you give me some spiritual direction? You seem to know where you're going. What about you? You. Everybody knows where they're going. But does anybody have an answer? Are there such things? Are there answers? Not just one? Who am I? that I would be asking such questions. If I'm no one, and I don't know who I am, what is asking these questions? What is seeking for meaning? These questions simply not asking themselves, and this meaning not making itself. Maybe that's why I don't know anything. Why spiritual direction in some sense is really impossible. The need for spiritual direction is the need for spiritual direction. Just like the need of a little kid Christmas morning to lick a candy cane is the kid's need to lick a candy cane. Doesn't mean that that candy cane has any cosmic significance. So why should my meeting have any significance either? Unless, of course, the kid licking the candy cane has ultimate significance too. So my need for meaning, my need for the answer, was just as important. It's saturated with ultimate reality and being as a kid licking a candy cane on Christmas morning. What is that? No wonder. The kid doesn't ask any questions when licking the candy cane, but I seem to be here in New York, people passing me by the thousands, and I'm asking for spiritual direction. The need for spiritual direction, maybe that's just the answer itself. But what is that? See, I should probably just put out a shoebox and a little sign that says, "We'll think for food. We'll contemplate for change." I know. You think I'm worthless. I know. I should be doing something more productive with my life. I should be going somewhere. I should be knowing things. I should have an agenda. I should ignore you when I walk by you. But guess what? I won't ignore you when I walk by you. I will ask you a question. I will ask you for spiritual direction. Because I know that you know what I need to know. And I know that neither of us knows anything. And that's our knowing.